up some of this gunk that's kind of accumulated over the years. In areas that you can never reach, it's like, okay, the piping covers it, the intake covers it, you know. You could never reach down in this area with the engine in here. Alright, so she's moist and ready to slide in.
Your father's dirty.
She's dirty too.
She is.
So you sniffed butts for a little bit. You dirty. So it's the busted motor mount, and that looks like that's the reason why it's busted, because the holes aren't lined up, and when they just shoved it in there, it smashed and twisted the motor mount, and then led to a broken motor mount. So I'll get the hole drilled straight and get this mount swapped out, and we should be good.
Yeah, I remember it on the dyno.
Yeah, because this one was the other side. This mount's good. You see, it goes straight through. So this one was the same, but they just finagled the studs to bend them to, instead of just drilling the hole to line up from the frame to the mount. So yeah.
Fun stuff.
Ghetto-ish.
So you're gonna drill a new hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, the motor was twisting so much. And that explains it.
Yeah, you can see how far off the hole was.
Yeah, it's like a half an inch.
Yeah.
That's a lot. All right. Fix that up. This thing beefy.
That's just a little one.
Can I turn it?
Yeah.
So I can see which one. What size?
G35 1050.
That's not small. 35? That's not small.
That's what he had on there.
Did he?
Yeah, GT35.
Not gonna clear the hood?
Yeah, I gotta just clock the house.
Oh yeah, duh. Damn, that looks really nice. So you got a lot done over here. Holy cow. Yeah.
Yeah, the hot side's just about done.
That side's done, yeah. Almost. What else do you still have to do over here?
Both filter relocation.
So what's going on over here?
Just trying to get all this shit put together.
Is that how those harnesses go like that?
No, not
No.
yet. Nothing's finalized.
You're just in the process.
Yes.
Just like
Rat's nest.
I didn't want to say it. Okay, well I'm gonna let you work because it is like 9 o'clock and I think the crust is on its way.
Yeah.
So let you do the thing. So a lot more is done now. Everything's all hooked up.
Yeah,
Have
for
the-
the most part, yeah.
You have the engine primed with oil.
Yeah.
I'm doing
So
that.
she's full of oil. Crank the engine over to make sure it built oil pressure. Right now I'm wiring in the cam and crank sensor.
Is that what we were doing when you were having me crank it over? You were checking this.
Yes, I was syncing timing.
So how does this what is it called? The
Platinum Racing Products Pro Trigger Kit.
trigger.
Yes.
And can you explain that to me, please?
So RBs have a cam sensor, which is located and driven by the cam shaft. And what this kit does is it divorces the two signals and puts one on the crank and one on the cam. That way you get a lot better accuracy for timing sync, and because that's a big issue with the RBs. Between timing scatter and ECU processing issues. So if you have a real standalone and get a good trigger kit that divorces the cam and crank signals, then you resolve all the timing scatter issues and you get an engine that's happy and makes power.
That's what you're trying to do. This looks amazing, by the way. I mean, this car always was a showstopper. Looks good though, all refreshed.
Yeah, she's coming along.
How you feel?
Well, I gotta take that downpipe to John's. We can swap the flange, otherwise I'd be ready to start.
Yeah, so John's gonna weld the flange, right? That's it? Anything else? for
Yeah,
this?
yeah. We'll swap out the V-band flange.
And then come back and we will. What do you think? Tonight or tomorrow? Maybe.
Oh yeah, definitely tonight.
Oh. I don't know what I was thinking.
So I'll probably eat some lunch and then run down to John and get the flange swapped out.
Okay.
Cut it off as straight as I could. It actually came out pretty straight, so we'll see.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, we get ready to fire this Joan up.
Yep.
And we ain't gonna video it because it's bad luck, so.
Yep, never video the first start.
So we're just gonna allow you to envision us cranking the 240 over, checking for leaks and all that good stuff, and then we'll be back with it up and running. Fingers crossed. It's always a little stressful. First time starting back up.
Yeah, I'm going to unplug the injectors so I can crank the engine over a couple times. Double check that, prime. And then I'll plug it back in and fire it up.
A couple more steps. So Edgar can, monitor timing?
Sync the timing.
And sync
at the
the timing. I'm sorry, what?
So I can sync the timing. And once we get it fired up. All right, so yeah. Let's fire it up.
All right, cool.
a couple oil changes, some runtime on some braking oil, and it's usually all it needs. The biggest concern is flushing out all the material from the oil pan after you break it in. So, you know, multiple oil changes on braking oil and making sure you get everything out. And, you know, after a couple, you know, engine cycles and, you know, a little bit of runtime and some oil changes, she's good to go.
So where are we at with this thing?
Just gotta finalize a couple things and tune it.
How many more oil changes you think?
I don't know, maybe 2, 3.
Usually you like to have the car with a built engine a little bit longer than like a week before we send it down the track, but it's, I guess.
I already did a pull on the street just now.
Did you? How was it?
Everything was good. I have it just on wastegates, was like 12, 13 pounds.
Nothing to like
No,
damage
just
it
enough
without
to
a tune.
just enough to get some load on the engine and help seat the rings.
Could you?
Turbo sounds nice though.
Yeah. Turbo sounds nice when it's not even like spooling.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like. Oh, you see that spin?
Yep. Alright, so I got oil coming tomorrow because it's due for another change again.
All right, cool. I guess you want to park it where the crust is, right?
Yeah, I'll put it in front of the super and get pressed in.
All right, let's push the crust in.
We'll go ahead and get started on the battery relocation, fuse box relocation, and fuel system to try and get this thing back up and running and hit the streets.
Let the countdown begin.
Yeah. We got
How
like,
many
what,
days?
I don't know, like a week? What is today, Wednesday?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we're racing Saturday next week? Yeah.
So a little over a week.
Yep.
Good luck.
Fun stuff.
You're a wizard though, so it's okay.